right, Shy. So I can't even hold back. Like it's been such a vibe even before we even started and just became live or anything like that. Like this woman that I'm about to introduce to you is just phenomenal. And I'm not saying that just because of the vibe we just had. I'm saying that because of her commitment to not only the community, but really advocating for not only women, not only for all people, but really showing women of color just how amazing and limitless they truly are. And I am so excited to honor her for Black History Month, but not only for Black History Month, it's, I don't know if you guys know, but I think y'all should kind of know it's National Children Dentistry Month. So really, this is how cool it is. I got a African American woman that is a dentist on Manifest 31.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Mic drop.
I'm excited, y'all.
We in here. We in here.
We in here. But not only that, she went to Michigan State.
Go green.
Go white.
Hey.
Super elated just to be able to have this opportunity to share with her, share the space with her, and really just dive into not only what she's doing in the community, but how she's really empowering other people to truly go beyond the limits, to know that there is no cap on what they can do. So without further ado, Miss Tatum Miles, DDS.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? We out here.
Hi, thank you for having me. And I just want, because I know I had to look it up, but for other people that might have had to look it up too, what does DDS stand for?
Doctor of Dental Surgery. Yes.
Okay, let me reintroduce her, y'all. Let me reintroduce myself. That's why I feel like we should have.
Go ahead and add that clip in there. That's a little sound effect.
Doctor of Dentistry Surgery.
Yeah. That's when you gotta do the brown, 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 brown.
Well, thank you so much for being here with me and just honoring Black History Month. And I'm just gonna dive right in because I'm excited. You know, Manifest 31, we talk about it a lot, but it's really a platform to really advocate about mental health, wellness in our community, to bring more resources, to bring more awareness about what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I want to know to you, like, what does manifest mean to you?
So for me, manifesting is pretty much envisioning my heart's desires, what I want my life to look like, and still working towards it. So basically, it's kind of meeting it halfway. So I'm putting forth the vision. I'm putting my heart's desires out there. I'm also working towards it. A lot of people, just think it's sitting Indian style, meditating, just thinking about something. It's just going to pop up. So for me, I run towards what I want to manifest, and I actually put action behind it. I'm faith-based. I love my Lord. So that spiritual component is the how it happens. Sometimes we can't always put the chess pieces in order. Stuff just happens and we don't know how it happens, but we just know, okay, I was thinking about that. I put the legwork behind it, and somehow, God aligned it to make it shake and make it happen. And here it is.
You said something so key, which was running towards it. And to me, I think that was really powerful because it is the action behind it. But it's like, to me, when you run towards something, you have a belief. Mm-hmm. You have confidence. Yeah. When you are like geared up and you're running towards something, that means you kind of know this is what I'm reaching for. This is what I'm trying to get to. And I've never heard it like that before.
Yeah. Like I run towards that thing. I actually have a imagery in my room. On my wall, I have just different, I got grease on there. I got my G-Wagon. I got a lot of different things that I want to acquire. I got my domino pieces that say influence on it. So every morning I'm seeing that and I'm creating my dream environment to get all the things that I want. And I'm actually, putting some elbow grease in there and actually going for it too. So.
Okay, so influence G-Wagon. Okay, I got a couple things.
Yep, I got the world on there. I'm going to Santorini. I already got it on there, so it's got to happen.
You wear that dress, they be having the long dress.
I might let the trail let it hit the wind. Yep.
You see the same thing. You seen
that. See, gelato in hand. What's up? Like, it's in there.
As y'all can already see, this beautiful young lady is just so full of personality. And we already said so many, you know, titles about you and that you went to Michigan State, but who is Tatum Miles? Like, who are you?
I am a person who really just wants to see everybody win. Like I'm just rooting for everybody. I always root for the underdog. Like, come on, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that was me at one point. I felt like I was super small and little and frail, and people was kind of just like, oh, she got a lot of bark behind that the frame. So for me, it's just really me about loving my family, wanting to see everybody win, being supportive, encouraging, speaking life into people. Just being able to assist anybody in whatever that looks like for them in life. Whether it's just a phone call, you need me to just sit and listen, not necessarily respond, I can do that. Whether it's supporting your business, but just pouring into people, 'cause everybody needs it. You never know what somebody's going through. So really, I'm just a progressive, authentic person. I don't strive to be anybody else other than me. That's all I know how to be. So I don't attempt to mimic or emulate. If you like it, you like it. If you love it, you love it. If you don't, that's okay too. But I'm gonna keep smiling and keep going.
Keep going, keep going. That makes me think about like even like childhood. I had that question for you. It's like as growing up, you kind of said the bark behind this frame, like confidence within yourself. How did you get to the place of wanting to become a dentist?
Okay, so it's funny how all this ties in. So,
Okay.
so it's an interesting story. So I wanted to be a dentist based off my own personal experience. So I thought I was Michael Jackson when I was little. I was in the kitchen. My mama told me to stop spinning and playing on the floor. I didn't. I did a nice little spin, fell, and knocked my two front teeth out on the cabinet handle. So when they came in, when I got a little older, they was crip walking. They had a little cross to them. And that was kind of my little insecurity. In a lot of my pictures, probably up until middle school, I would smile, but I had my lips closed. So it wasn't until seventh grade when I got braces that, that confidence really started to kick in. I started to feel good about my smile. It's one of the first things I looked at. I loved working with my hands, details, human body, all of that was fascinating. So just naturally, I was just like, this is what I want to do. I want to give people that confidence. Then it kind of trickled further along the line when I was 22. I had a toothache. It was so bad. And I went to the dentist and he was able to do a root canal on me and I could have kissed that man. Because that pain was like unbearable. And I was like, you know what? I really want to be able to assist people and be blessed to take people out of pain. Because it's not no joke. Like people tell you a toothache is worse than labor. I don't have kids, but I believe him because I felt my pulse in that tooth. I was like, ooh, this not it. But after he was able to do that, I was like, yo, I really, I empathize with people. I want to be able to help somebody out. Yeah.
Wow. So from your own experiences
Mhm.
and taking them and not even just growing through them and your own insecurities and things, but building your confidence, but also saying, okay, now that I'm at this place, I want to make sure that other people can get to that place of confidence, can be, have that empathy, can get that support
Yeah.
because it's so important. And sometimes we don't even realize how important um, the hygiene and our dentistry is really important in our lives.
Absolutely.
So it
Absolutely.
impacts so much.
Yeah. A lot of people miss work, people miss school, because of toothaches and things of that nature. And a lot of it is just because we're not informed. We don't know why we shouldn't, eat certain things or munch and all of that. So me being able to properly educate it for somebody and break it down into layman's terms and for you to actually be able to utilize it in your day-to-day life versus, okay, they tell me brush twice a day and floss. But it's like, no, let me tell you why the
Mm.
actual importance of it. And let me make it relatable to you to where you now can be like, you know what, let me go do this so I prevent this from happening. Prevention is way cheaper than treatment. So if we can just get a hold of it ahead of time, we don't even have to think about the scary stuff or whatever traumatic happened to you when you were younger.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I want to ask because you just said like breaking it down, explaining the So why is it important? Why?
The brushing or the flow, well, both.
Both.
Yeah, both. Well, for one, you don't want to have funky breath and whatnot. So that's they can't be talking to nobody like that. I highly don't advise that. But we don't get two sets of teeth. That's it. Once that adult set is gone, permanent dentition is gone, that's it. Now we on to you getting removable dentures and removable prosthesis and invasive things now. We get into surgery and all of it can really be preventable. So making sure that your teeth are brushed. Everything that goes into our body starts, for the most part, in your mouth. You eat every day. You use your teeth every single day. You want to make sure that you're cleaning them and that you're flossing them. And a lot of people won't floss because they feel like, well, I brush once or I brush twice. The brush can't fit in between your teeth. So whatever you ate, it still remains there. But that's something you need to clean out and clear. I always say this. I know it's gonna get graphic. I always say not flossing is like taking a shower and not washing in between your cheeks. You just letting the water run on it. You're washing the cheeks, but you're not getting in there. So everything that you done left and that you done did your business is still in between there. And that typically gets people to think about it like, you know what? I think I might want to start flossing. So, but it's for your overall health, and ultimately you want to preserve your teeth. Only brush and floss the ones you want to keep. That's what I tell people. You know, it gets painful. You don't want to even put yourself through that when you can prevent it.
And I think what I appreciate about you, even with the metaphor you use, even with that metaphor, you're doing stuff in the community that is helping to educate, and not only educate, but bring services to people.
Yes.
And that is with your own company. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And can you just tell us a little bit about Brighter Smiles?
Yeah, so Brighter Smiles, I kind of started just because it was something fun and it's non-invasive. A lot of people care about the look of their teeth, and they may not necessarily be able to afford veneers or the things that you see celebrities getting. And it's completely non-invasive, so I just thought of it as something fun and kind of boost people's confidence again in that realm. People who may not have the ability to afford, a full smile makeover, but just having a wider smile will actually improve your quality of life. A lot of people just associate that with more success, healthier teeth, even though that's not true. So don't think just because your teeth are white that they're healthy. So let me just put that disclaimer there. But ultimately, it's just instilling that confidence. And then also the grills was just something fun. I've lived down in Houston now, so that's kind of the culture here. But I just thought of it as something fun. I have my own grill now, and I always wanted one. So I just felt like, some people might want to have, spice it up on the weekends or do something different. And what better way than to actually go to a dentist? Who knows? Because you may not necessarily need that. You may have dental disease and things of that nature, periodontal disease, decay. But a lot of times when you go to a jeweler and you get these things done, their eyes aren't trained for that. They aren't educated in that realm. They just see teeth, do an impression, and give you mold and give you a grill, but it may be the last thing you need. So I just wanted to be able to provide that education behind it and still have a little fun with it.
And you're not just licensed in Houston, you're licensed in multiple areas.
Yes. So I have my license in Michigan as well as California. Yep, in Texas.
And you're from Detroit, right?
Yeah, I'm from Detroit, West Side, born and raised.
Yeah, earlier she was throwing them gang signs. We ain't gonna
talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're gonna be quiet. I'm like Sophista Ratchet. I'm the type of this, like, I'm gonna wear J's to the point. I'm just gonna be me, and people love it. It's just like I'm me. I'm Sophista Ratchet.
I need to write down, y'all, because
I'm all of that. I can switch it up. I can keep it, I can get real corporate and real professional with you. I can do that. And then I could just be me, which is just, I prefer to just be me. And this is me.
So if people want to get in contact and just kind of learn more, how they can learn more from you or learn more about what you're doing, how can they follow Brighter Smiles?
Brighter Smiles. So I'm on Instagram at Brighter Smiles PLLC, and I'm attempting to filter a lot more of my dental content onto that page to kind of take away from my personal page. But I'm fine with you following me personally too. It's just not gonna have as much dental contact. You might see my nephew, you might see my family, but I do put a lot of inspirational things on there. So that's at the Pivot Queen on Instagram.
Awesome. And is there like a whitening kit that you send?
Yeah. So in addition to me actually personally providing the chairside whitening, which is like an hour VIP type treatment, I do take home whitening kits. So it's stronger than what you can get from over the counter. And I actually partnered with Dr. Catrice Austin, who is the person responsible and behind Cardi B's smile. So, I partnered with her. She has an amazing product. So I ship those out worldwide. Really, actually, I just kind of told the story nationwide for right now. So for those people who can't get to me, they can have something
Manifesting, y'all.
affordable.
We're
Manifesting. We're going to get worldwide. But for right now, it's just countrywide. And yeah, so those are, just affordable, stronger than what you would get over the counter. Definitely dental quality approved, and it's super easy for you to use at home.
awesome, awesome. Now I know there's a couple other things that you're doing in the community as well, but I want to dive in a little bit about mental health because mental health is so important. I want to kind of get your take on mental health and how has it impacted your life.
Oh wow. Mental health is everything to me. As we just saw, the Miss USA, she just took her own life. Rest in peace, just 2019. Regina King, she lost her son. He took his life. Mental health is everything. I actually took a break in dental school in full transparency for about a month. It was just too much. I went to school straight. Like, didn't take no breaks. I went from undergrad straight to grad school, from grad school straight to dental school, taking on way more credits than I ever had in my life. A first generation dentist coming out of my family. So it's a lot of pressure associated with that. And I just knew I was getting to a point where I was burning out. So I had to just kind of self evaluate and just say, you know what, I'm not in a good space. I need a timeout. It didn't affect graduation, but I had to make sure I checked in with me because if your mental health is off, no amount of money, no amount of success is gonna keep you afloat. If you don't take care of you, nobody else will. So whether that's seeking out the professional help that you may need, you know what I mean, or just taking a pause. You can pause on life. Like it'll be okay. Whatever job or whatever situation that you're pausing from, it will be there after you're done. If it's not, then that's not what's suitable for you at the time. It's time to kind of pivot, change directions, and kind of reassess your situation. So mental health is everything.
I appreciate you just being open about sharing a part of you that you took a pause, that you took a break, and even hearing that and seeing where you are today and how you said, um, if it's supposed to be there, it'll still be there. It's
Absolutely.
still be there. And I like how your name on Instagram is the Pivot Queen, and you kind of
Mhm.
just kind of threw that in there.
Yeah.
I caught what you was putting
You,
down.
you, yeah, yeah, you picked it up.
I picked it up.
That's what I'm talking about.
So being able to pivot when needed and knowing that it's okay to pause. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
that you're giving up. It doesn't mean that you're quitting. It just means that you're taking out the time is for you. So you can
absolutely.
get to the next level that's going to be best for you. So you um can pour out to others when you really pour
Exactly.
into yourself.
Can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't have nothing to pour, you just the best way. Just
That's like, girl, I
you,
felt it. You felt
yeah. Like you run into those situations that we just saw. And it's such a taboo, amongst the African American community. Not so much. It's starting to become more of a topic of conversation because people are becoming aware. They're checking themselves and saying, okay, I either have some childhood traumas, I have something that's deeply in me that I need to figure out and sort. So people are becoming more aware. I'm happy to see that, but we still need to let people know, check on the strong friend. You know what I mean? And you don't have to be strong 24/7. And we have that stigma where it's like, I can't show my emotions, I can't show I'm weak. No, it takes strength to be vulnerable.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And admit that you need some help, whatever it is that you need. So definitely, mental health is everything.
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with you that you don't have to be strong 24/7. That's something I had to personally learn as
Mhm.
well. And life will sit you down. Like life
You.
will sit you down and learning that um finding the people that you truly can trust to let in that space with you
Hmm.
is so important. It's so important. And even if you don't necessarily have that people knowing that it's someone out there that cares, someone out there that cares, that wants to hear you, that wants to sit with you, that wants you to know that it's okay not to be okay in that moment.
Yep. That's it. You better say that.
Girl, if
Say
I had
that.
a I ain't got no mic, I can't even drop it. I got a pop in,
I
y'all.
got a pen. Look, I got a pen. That's it.
That was my goal.
Call over.
We're done. Thanks y'all for attending.
Thank y'all.
uh, but just moving along, and we talked a little bit about the importance of mental health, how you got to where you are now. But it's when we're talking about manifestation, and you said earlier about running towards it.
Mhm.
Also said something we didn't that wasn't recorded, which was the fact of um, you had been writing some things down for a while before they actually
Um,
came to be.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
So
give me a little bit.
I can't tell you how long it had been. I really, honestly, I don't remember. But it just was a point in time where I was just thinking about different ideas. It kind of tied into, me just looking at multiple streams of income and just other things to kind of do, other things that interest me. And so, I always just found it. I didn't have the name for it. Actually, I had a bunch of different names. And I was just playing around with it, like, oh, this sounds cute, or it would be dope to do this. Like, what is something that nobody else is doing? Like, where is the gap? Like, you can always copy, or, they say don't reinvent the wheel, just polish it a little bit. But I really wanted to do something different of my own. So I just was jotting down just different ideas. Like, okay, what do you like? I like cosmetics. I like making things look nice and pretty. That's what most people like or they're drawn to. And so I was just like, like teeth whitening, that's relatively simple. A lot of people love that. And then grills, that was just really me speaking to me, like I want my own grill and I can't wait to get one. So, I know other people feel like that too. So that's really kind of how it developed. It's just something I wrote down and it just stuck with me, and then I just took the steps to start making it happen.
And writing it, seeing it, and that kind of leads me to what you're doing now in the community, which is really empowering people to take ownership of their wealth and their investments and growing financially. How has that, or why is that so important to you?
It's important because a lot of us, we do things because we don't have options. Let's just be real. Like, America is built on capitalism. A lot of the times we aren't in position to obtain our goals or get the things that we want because we don't know how to. So it's really about obtaining the information and getting the knowledge, but not only getting the knowledge, actually applying it. Most people aren't sitting at the dinner table. Let's just be real again. In our African American community, they're not really talking about investments. It's becoming more of a thing for sure, and I think that's just because people are now becoming aware, especially after COVID. Even me, I'm guilty of it. I always thought about it, but COVID really shed a light on it. Like, if you have one source of income, that's too close to none. So you need to make sure that your work isn't confined just on your ability to produce.
Mhm.
So you should be sending your money out and it should be coming back with friends. Also, to the point where you don't have to envision what everybody else is doing and desiring what other people have. It's like, no, you can go get it too, but you have to take some risks that's involved. You have to actually put yourself in a position to obtain information. People are skeptical, but it's like, scared money don't make no money. And while you're sitting back watching everybody else on their yachts and their boats and stuff like that, they just took action. That's the difference. It's action. So I just really wanted to just let people know, like, there's other ways that you can actually give yourself options. Everybody doesn't want to just go to school. Some people want to go to cosmetology school. Some people want, to go to trade schools and mechanics. All of that's fine. But at least have options. Don't feel like you're backed in the corner like, I have to do this. And that's like the worst feeling, that stuck feeling, in my opinion. Of just feeling like I got to do this. I don't have no other option. Yes, you do. But it's going to require you putting in some work, putting your head down, doing what you got to do so that you can change your situation.
I hope y'all caught that off because I'm gonna replay this for myself. I'm gonna replay this for myself. But you said something that really stood out to me, which was one thing was that you were not made just to produce.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then another thing that stood out to me was to send your money out so they come back with friends. Come on.
Yes. Yes.
Our metaphor game there is on cute or like on.
I gotta give credit. Networking has connected me with a lot of people that poured into me, and so it just become a part of you where you just, you just start rocking with it, and it's just like, yep, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And taking those risks, like you said, taking those risks um and really it's about action. And I think those are the things that really stood out to me about what you said. And it is about that reflection of not feeling as though you are out of options. And similar to what you said, just COVID really hit home on that regarding just finances. Like
Yeah.
I never thought about that one income is too close to none.
Yeah, like if that stops, what else do you have?
Hmm.
Like you have to diversify. You have to find other ways. And just to, have a little bit here, have a little bit there in case an emergency happens. Most people don't even have a 6 months emergency fund. Living check to check to check. Say something happens to you and you need to take a little break or a leave of absence and they don't, grant you your FMLA or whatever the case is or your disability. What are you going to do?
Hmm.
You have to have some type of cushion, some type of safety net somewhere. And we're just so caught up in typically, buying liabilities instead of assets. So it's really when you start to change your perspective and look at things long term. And I don't want it to just benefit me. I want to be able to pour into somebody else's idea or business. If it's a good idea, like, okay, let me help bless you. I don't want it just to all come to me. I want it to come through me. So that's kind of, where I'm at with it.
She dropped the
Oh,
mic.
is the face. I dropped another one. Did I
You
do it again?
did.
I did it again. Did it again. I did it again.
The man just say it for me one more time. It was to come through
I
you.
don't. I just don't want the blessing to come to me. I want them to come through me.
That's all I can do, y'all. That's all I can do. Like, touch and agree, okay?
That part.
So as we like wrap this up and bring it to a close, I just really, really want to know what encouragement or words of just love you can share to others that are just going through a time right now of not knowing um, how to invest, how to take those next steps, how to even properly care for themselves as far as self care, where it doesn't seem as though it's such a priority for dental hygiene and things like that, because so many other things are happening in life. Like, what words of encouragement do you have for someone who's just going through?
Oof. Going through. Embrace the here, where you are right now, because something's shifting and something is molding inside of you. Perspective is everything, and you're in this position for a reason. So instead of wondering why is this happening to me, did I do this wrong? Did I no? Just reflect. What is it that you need to do to get to the next level? Embrace where you are now because what's happening right now is building your character for what's for you in the future. So that would be the biggest thing. Just embrace where you are now. It may not be beautiful, it may not look amazing, but you're there for a reason. Nothing just happens coincidentally. So there may be some things you need to let go. There may be some things you need to shed. There may be some things that you need to add, incorporate into your life, habits, whatever that looks like. But, take some time, start a journal, start writing. That's one thing I started doing more so. And it may be different than something you've ever did before. Well, I've never written before. Maybe you should start writing. This might be the time because it's something that needs to come out of this. It's something that's manifested. Don't know what it is, but it's your job to just sit in the moment and embrace the change and embrace the journey because it's something beautiful on the other side. It's always a reason behind what it is that you're going through. So just keep on pushing. I know it's tough, and give your best every single day. Your best may look different tomorrow as opposed to today, you know. So just give yourself grace. It's just accept it for what it is, but just keep moving, keep staying positive, and just keep pushing.
Finger fingers. I'm just so excited. Like,
Oh my god. Oh my god.
that you just hit on so many things, and I think it is going to resonate with so many different people in just different spaces of life, and being present and giving yourself that grace, doing the best that you can in that moment. I think it's so many things you said that I can't even summarize, but I just want to say thank you for being that first generation. Thank you for sharing who you are, sharing your gifts, and allowing blessings to come through you, not just to you. And I think that is so powerful as we honor you for Black History Month and what you are doing. I
Ah,
super dope. Like, yes, come on.
Yes. I appreciate it. Thank you for bringing me onto the platform. This has been super dope. Just, hopefully somebody took something. That's really all that it's about. If it's not everything, at least something hit and resonated and just planted a little seed inside of you. And I did what I was supposed to do. So thank you for sharing this platform. I'm honored that you asked and invited me to come on here, especially during Black History Month. Feel like I'm doing something good. Feel like I'm somebody. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to be me. Honestly, like I told you, this is 100%. This is me all the time. Silly, goofy, but relatable. Just being Tatum.
Well, thank you, beautiful. Until next time.
Next time, I'm back on this thing if you ask.
Look, don't tell me that I'll be right there in your messages like, hey, remember you said that one time?
I'm gonna be like, Lord, she back, she back.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
You are very welcome.